It's getting a bit crowded in here, so let's start. So this is basically the announcement for the new custom build that it's going to be in a budget from $700 to $1,000. Well, something around that, and it's in collaboration with AeroCool, ASRock and TeamGroup. More on that. We're going to start with the case because it's really taking loads of space here. We have the AeroCool GLO RGB case with power supply on the top, so it has a complete different surrounding inside, and we're going to manage something with loads of fans, and of course I'm going to do some cool mods on it as well. So guys, you'll see very soon. I'm not going to say anything particularly that you might, realize what's it going to be about. But let's go to some other components that are also going to be in this build. Okay, first, graphic card. Now we have the MSI GTX 1050 Ti, the AERO ITX edition, and this is going to be, well, something small but still packs a bit of a punch, to get, gaming and stuff, but in mid-range. And we're not going to do something too much about the graphic card, but it does miss a backplate, and that's where I'm going to use some modding stuff to make it look more interesting. Now let's put that aside. I'm not going to open every single component here, so just not to take out too much time. Now the next thing is the power supply. We have the AeroCool KCAS Plus 650 M80 Plus bronze power supply. Now this has 24 pin connected directly to the power supply, and the rest are modular, but we're going to get some extenders, to make it look even nicer, definitely for the build, and to get that custom look as I planned right here. Okay, next up, so that's for the graphic card, that's for the case, and we have the power supply. Next up, we have here 3 Rev RGB fans, 120 millimeter computer fans actually, and this will be addition to something, to make it look not colorful, but to get a certain effect. And talking about the Rev RGB, we have here the triple pack as well. So we have 6 120 millimeter fans. We're going to fill up the case, and this one has the RGB hub as well. With the RGB hub, you can also track or whatever you wish to call it, the speed of the fans, so that is also really cool. These are the Rev RGB Pro 3 fans and 1 RGB hub. Now also we have the AeroCool Verkho 4. This is the CPU tower cooler, and well, we're going to modify it as well. It needs some modification because it's complete silver and it has a standard fan, so I might give you a little tip, might change one RGB fan, put it here, but you'll see when the time comes. Next up, we're skipping the SSDs this time. Yeah, and since we're going on a budget, we're going to use the 1 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. This is 7200 RPMs, which will be quite alright. We're aiming something to get a budget build that can actually be acceptable by price, and still that you could modify it from your home and everything that you have at home. There's only one thing that I'll make an exception, and that is the only part, well, you'll see in the volume 2. So for volume 1 we still have the motherboard and the CPU. Now this is the Intel Core i3 8300 for the socket 1151. This is going to be the thing running the whole show. And after all, we have the ASRock motherboard. This is the B360 Gaming K4 Fatality, and I have to say, even though it's a B360, it does look really nice, and I'm really impressed with the design and everything that this motherboard has, and even with the package. I mean, really amazing motherboard for this kind of processors, for the 8th gen of the Intel Core. So guys, To sum it all up, we have the Dead by Daylight custom build that is going to be finished in 2-3 weeks, so it's going to be a bit quicker than usual, since my past builds were mainly evolving around the water cooling kit and water cooling stuff, so I had to, you know, take in consideration loads of stuff as well. This time we're going completely air cooling, and I'm going to use more modification skills concerning getting the budget right for this build. And also we have the AeroCool jumping in, and the ASRock and TeamGroup as well. As for the TeamGroup, right now I don't have the one memory stick that I'm going to use, but it's going to be TeamGroup T-Force 8GB Delta 2 RGB. So yeah, we're going to adjust that as well and make it look nice and crisp all together for the build. So guys, stay tuned, don't forget to sub and like below, and see you very soon, because, well, we need to do the review on the AeroCool GLO RGB case. Thank you for watching, see you very soon, because now we're rolling loads of videos. Bye bye.